after fatal shooting. All right, that's 11 minutes. We can hear this.
A couple of different things. One of the things we wanted to check in on is a press conference, a gathering by faith leaders at this location. You can kind of see the memorial too in the middle there with all the flowers. RAINN.
Let the record be clear that that was not an accident. It was murder and execution. This was also a very predictable outcome.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
An outcome by an agency operating with masked, unaccountable militia, unleashed by a MAGA administration that has treated Minnesota like an occupied territory.
Let me see. I see those colors again, liberal white women. Now we got black people jumping into this shit. All right.
Kristi Noem's ICE has escalated harassment, terrorized our neighbors, come after immigrant families.
Wait, she got a collar on? Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord.
Intimidated Muslim leaders, targeted school parents, and now has taken the life of an American citizen in public view in broad daylight. In the Holy Scriptures, in the Bible, it says, woe to those who decree unjust laws.
What if she has something to say about Jamal Bryant?
Today, that woe belongs to DHS, to ICE, and to those in Congress who refuse to hold them accountable. And so we have our demands. Us clergy, hundreds of clergy across this state who have gathered.
And there's a lot of people with a lot of demands, child, getting their time on TV. Uh-oh. Do you think maybe, allegedly, they getting their time in front of the TV so that they can grow their flock, their crew, their audience, get people on their side? Because like I said, you can get in front of these cameras all you want to and ask for what you want to or say you want what you want. Talking to us ain't going to get you nothing. Why they not going to their Congress people? Why they not going to them? What the hell we going to do? Except talk about them.
Together across faith traditions are standing with the rest of Minnesotans saying not again. Not again. We have three demands in this moment. One, that the ICE officer who shot Renee Good must be arrested, charged, and prosecuted.
Who the hell is she? You think they're in there saying, oh, you know what, child, get that man so we're going to go arrest him because she said so, or them other people from that other thing earlier, or those people from yesterday? Child, these people just be out here talking and y'all be falling for it.
Federal badges do not put anyone above the law. That also means that the FBI must release the evidence to Minnesota law enforcement so that they can actually investigate. The second demand, ICE must immediately cease its surge in operations in the state of Minnesota.
ICE out now! 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 ICE out now!
ICE has proven itself to be a reckless, incompetent, and incapable completely of respecting human dignity or human rights or the Constitution. And so they must leave the state. The third demand is that we call on Minnesota's congressional delegation.
So women can't wear that collar, or is that what you're saying? It's only men that can wear that collar? That means you're a priest, right? Isn't that what the collar means?
And the United States Congress. This is your job. I'll say it again. This is your job. Oversight is not optional. Oversight is not optional.
Child, there was no oversight in all the fraud. Now you're talking about oversight? Was she out here talking over? Who in Minnesota? Was she out here talking oversight when all that fraud was being uncovered? Bueller? Anybody? Anybody know?
No. Step in and investigate. Hold DHS,
yes.
Kristi Noem accountable so that we don't lose another life.
Yesterday, this was from yesterday.
Every person listening, I encourage you to contact your congressional leadership.
That's what you should
and let them know that ICE has no place here. Let them know that this must be investigated and prosecuted. Let them know that the FBI must release the information to the BCA here in Minnesota so that they can do an investigation without federal impediment. All of our faith traditions here represent.
You know that these media outlets are going to let these people talk, right? Let me see if we can get past her. Is anybody else going to talk besides her? Who the hell is this? Liberal white woman. All right, hold on. All right, liberal white woman, what you got to say, sir?
My name is
So we are listening to some faith leaders who are gathered at 34th in Portland. You can see that aerial shot, several people joining them today in this planned protest. Clearly, their messaging is to peacefully protest. Also, they want ICE out of Minnesota, another sentiment that was echoed again today by the governor. We're going to hear from him in just a second. I want to
Well, at least they're peaceful. I'll give them that. Shout out to them for that.
Set up what we're going to hear, though, because there was a really big development in the investigation that happened just a short time ago. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, which is the investigative arm of the state, will no longer be investigating this shooting along with the FBI. If you remember yesterday, as we were covering this in real time, we were told that the FBI and the BCA would be coordinating together and working together. The BCA was there on the scene. I just want to read you part of the statement here. This is something, not sure that it's unprecedented, but it's definitely something I don't remember us ever kind of coming across before. So this is a statement from the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension here in Minnesota. They say they're notified about yesterday's shooting. They say yesterday morning, after consultation with the Hennepin County Attorney's Office, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the FBI, it was decided that the BCA Force Investigations Unit would conduct a joint investigation with the FBI. The BCA responded promptly to the scene and began coordinating investigative work in good faith. Later that afternoon, the FBI informed the BCA that the U.S. Attorney's Office had reversed course. The investigation would now be led solely by the FBI, and the BCA would no longer have access to the case materials, scene evidence, or investigative interviews necessary to complete a thorough and independent investigation. Without complete access to the evidence, witness, and information collected, we cannot meet the investigative standards that Minnesota law and the public demand. As a result, the BCA has reluctantly withdrawn from that investigation. So this is something that Governor Walz talked quite a bit about, the Commissioner of Public Safety, Bob Jacobson, as well. One question that was asked before we listened to Governor Walz's sound here, question that was asked by our Corin Hoggard to the Commissioner of Public Safety is, what is protocol when a federal agent is involved in a deadly use of force or a deadly shooting? What is protocol typically? And the commissioner did say that it is typically, generally speaking, the FBI does take over those cases. There are some cases where the BCA will stay involved. So that's kind of the context for you here. And here's what Governor Walz had to say just a short time ago.
Lord. Timmy.
I think it's clear to everyone as they saw this that it feels now that Minnesota has been taken out of the investigation.
Say something nice about the interpreter. Say something nice.
It feels very, very difficult that we will get a fair outcome. And I say that only because people in positions of power have already passed judgment, from the president to the vice president.
To the governor of Minnesota, to the mayor of Minnesota. How hypocritical of you. You've done the same thing. Like, you get to tell somebody else what they did and not acknowledge what the hell it is that you did. The all damned ass.
Kristi Noem have stood and told you things that are verifiably false, verifiably inaccurate. They have determined the character of a 37-year-old mom that they didn't even don't know. They've determined that the actions are done. I don't know. I've not used inflammatory terms of what happened. I've asked us to find the answers. The only way we find the answers is a thorough investigation by nonpartisan professionals.
And then the governor also adding that he anticipates there will be some civil matters as well in this lawsuits, things like that. So.
It says Jesse Ventura on Minneapolis ICE shooting. We're a third world country now. Oh, no.
Saying, as a graduate of Roosevelt High School and as the former governor of Minnesota, I'm so proud of Roosevelt High School and how they stood up for what is supposed to be America and freedom. And freedom is not arresting people without warrants. We have a system here. It's called a Constitution. And we have a party, the Republicans, who don't seem to want to abide by the Constitution. January 6th is a prime example of that. And now they're all free and they're in charge. You know what? Maybe it's time for Jesse. I only did one term. I'm owed a second.
Mr. Ventura, can you remind us, you went to school here?
I went to school here. I'm a 1969 graduate of Minneapolis Roosevelt. I'm proud of them for what they did. They made me proud as an alumni.
Oh, he about to run. Shout out to Minnesotans.
Go Teddies.
What are your thoughts? I know we're jumping in, probably doubling up on some of his questions, but what are some of your thoughts about what unfolded yesterday? And then after that, what you saw?
Well, I've told you already. We're a country of the Constitution. We have leadership now that has destroyed the Constitution. They don't follow it. They could care less about it. Am I right or wrong? I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I view after January 6th, the Republican Party as a domestic enemy to our Constitution. I can't get any bolder than that, can I?
And you obviously saw the video that the student shot outside here, and that obviously elicited a lot of emotions for you. Just watching it.
The student shot.
There were some students who shot the video of the chaos here yesterday.
No, I didn't even see
it. You didn't
it.
see it? Okay, I thought you
didn't
did.
see it.
Okay.
The only thing I've seen is the murder.
So talk about, you were a student here. When did you graduate?
1969.
Have you been back here? Talk about that. Is this like first time back?
No, came back to homecoming 2 years ago. No. I'm a proud graduate. I held 3 school records in swimming, 2 District 17 records.
Nice.
Our football team was undefeated.
Nice.
We won. Back then, there were no playoffs. We played St. Paul Central for the Twin City Championship
Good stuff.
and defeated them. I think it was 21-6. And we did that at the old brick house, if you remember that, the old University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's where they used to play the Twin City Championship game. There weren't playoffs then.
Dave Winfield was on that Central team, wasn't he?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. We beat Dave Winfield and Central.
Just to be abundantly clear about what you're doing, what you wanted to do at the school here today.
I just came here today to show my support as a graduate of Roosevelt and tell them how proud I was of what they did of keeping ICE off of this campus. This is a place of learning, and you learn things like the Constitution. You learn about warrants. You learn about things of that nature. And what we're getting right now is violating all that, what kids are being taught. You want to know something? I'll give you a quote. We're a third world country now. You want to know why? I'm an expert. I've been to them. I spent 17 months in Southeast Asia while the draft dodger was playing golf, right? You know how I know we're a third world country? Because in third world countries, they have the military doing their police work in the cities when you walk around. I was in the Philippines the day Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law and went under dictatorship. We went from nobody to a guy with a machine gun on every corner. That's what happens in a dictatorship. In comes the military. That's what's happening here. And people better wake up to it. You want to read something? Then read your history of Germany and start comparing the tactics of what happened in 1930s Germany to what's happening here. Read history. You learn from history. And this is nothing new. This is all repeated. This is a game plan, it looks like to me, you know, of what's going on here. How dare Minnesota? We'll take care of ourselves. We don't need federal troops coming in here without warrants.
Some people have said this undermines local law enforcement.
It undermines the entire Constitution. The military cannot be turned loose unless it's a national emergency. They're going to tell me this is a national emergency.
Message for Trump and or message for Governor Walz.
Who was that? You mean the draft dodging coward? I don't call him by name. He's the draft dodging coward who, when it was his time to serve his country, he did what all rich white boys did. I wasn't a rich white boy. I grew up in South Minneapolis. Most of me and all my friends are Vietnam veterans. We had to go. But the rich white boys never had to go, did they? And he didn't have to go, did he? And yet he's going to tell me what courage is?
Are you supporting Governor Walz and Mayor Frey, the way they've been outspoken towards?
Absolutely. Good for them and good for these people that stood up. They're teaching their students something, that we are a country, that we have to be a country of law and a country of the Constitution. They're all forgetting about the Constitution of the United States of America. We don't even have it anymore. After January 6th, are you kidding me? And then they all get turned loose and now they're in charge. I gave up on this country when this guy I haven't even watched the news since last November.
Yeah, they'll vote him back in. Trust me. He about to be governor.
I stumbled onto this, and now look what you've done to me.
Well, thank you for stopping.
Here I was leading a nice, quiet life, and now you've injected me back in here, and probably going to make me the governor of Minnesota again.
And you seem fired up.
Because somebody needs to clean up what the Democrats and Republicans constantly wreck. And you notice I lump them together. You know, I should use my old name for them, the Democrips and the Republicans, which my apologies to the Crips and Bloods for using their name in that way.
And Governor, would you like to say anything about yesterday, what happened, the tragic situation?
Yeah,
anytime you have the loss of life that needlessly happens, that's tragedy. And what occurred yesterday did not have to happen. There is no way. I've seen the tape of it. And who is this, the governor of South Dakota? Has she ever met a person of color? Do they have any in South Dakota?
Thank you for stopping. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm talking about on that, right?
No one wants this.
Don't be trying to drag us into your bullshit. I don't see anything. Do you have the title? Jane Doe, do you have the title of the video? I don't see it. TDS is definitely a real thing, you know, and there's something wrong with you if you don't have it.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist! Racist!